Hello, Michael.
Hi.
How are you? I know that you've done rebranding from a C bridge and now you are Brevis. You are working with the ZK technology and all this cross-chain interoperability.
Sure.
Can you tell me a little bit more like what you already done and what role you can see ZKP in a cross-chain?
So, I think ZKP in general and off-chain verifiable computing will play a very big part in decentralized application building in the future. Specifically, Brevis is a ZK coprocessor. So how it works, it allows smart contracts to access and compute on historical blockchain data, such as transactions, events, and storage state. One very simple example that I gave is that let's say if you want to build something like a trading volume-based fee discount on decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, today you cannot do that directly in smart contract because the computation load for that is just too big for smart contract to undertake. But with ZK coprocessor, what you can do is that you can migrate that computation off to an off-chain environment and at the same time generate a zero-knowledge proof about the computation result and also the data validity. So basically you're attesting to the fact that this particular user have traded a very large volume on Uniswap in the last month, let's say as an example. That result can be posted back to the blockchain and verified on blockchain. And once that is recorded on blockchain, that particular user's future trade can have a discount. So, that's kind of like one example that I always use to kind of describe how ZK coprocessor and how Brevis works in general. But, also on the cross-chain front, Brevis is like a cross-chain in nature. So we also have a ZK-like client for Ethereum available. So, with that, you can basically access Ethereum states, Ethereum events from any other blockchain. So the benefit of that is that you can enable things like cross-chain eigenlayer ABSs, where right now all the eigenlayer ABS happens only on Ethereum, but you can actually migrate and bridge using ZK the consensus result achieved by the eigenlayer ABS ecosystem to other blockchains, which expand the capability to do rate staking and everything. So yeah.
So basically we can verify on the fly all the data right now, and we don't need to trust any third party.
Yeah, we don't need to trust any third party.
We don't need to pay for them, we don't need to wait for them.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, this is a huge mechanism. Actually, what do you think? Is it possible to integrate the ZKP inside the AI, so the AI will validate the decision?
Yeah, it's definitely possible, right? So like, if you think about launching AI, the first step of any AI inference is to get the data and verify the data is actually correct, right? So like, if you want to have a trust-free AI, the first step is to have trust-free data. What Brevis enables immediately is the capability to attest to the fact that whatever is the input to any of the ZK ML AI models is actually correct and exists on blockchain. So this is something that Brevis can immediately do. We do partner and work with many other kind of a ZK AI projects to entirely form this kind of entire cycle to allow smart contracts to very easily tap into verifiable inference resources on-chain directly as well.
What potential do you see of ZKP in a crypto space, maybe cross-chain interoperability?
I think ZKP is going to entirely change how applications are built on blockchain in the future, because right now we use all the computation resources we have is on blockchain. We have to use smart contracts to do the computation. With ZKP, we can actually migrate that computation, which is very, very expensive to do on a unit cost basis, to an off-chain environment where the unit cost of that is extremely low. So even though you carry the additional overhead of generating a zero-knowledge proof, the overall cost and latency is going to be much, much lower than directly doing many of the computation on chain. So this essentially expands the type of computation you can do on blockchain, and therefore enable a lot of interesting use cases like the ones that I mentioned: data-driven DeFi, new type of pre-confirmation, block-based selling, and kind of a market. So yeah, a lot of exciting things to be built, and we're releasing some of the very exciting features that we build with top DeFi partners in the next month or so.
So the main goal is we can automate all the process and taking decision using the data.
Yeah.
How many networks do you support now?
We're a network agnostic, so we support network wherever our partner lives. So right now, our partner build on Ethereum, Base, Optimism, Arbitrum, and many of these layer 2s, and also Polygon and everything.
What is your next plans?
I think the entire space of off-chain verifiable computing is just being formed. So it's our job to actually push this to mainstream adoption. So that's the kind of the next thing we're focusing on.
Super.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.